Hi, it's time to practice another SAT type problem. So when we are doing algebra, right, we deal with rational expressions, rational equations. Remember, a rational expression or a rational equation involves fractions. Fractions are just division problems, not a big deal. Sometimes we're also given parameters that we need to work around as well. So let's look at this problem that I have here. If 2 divided by the quantity a minus 1 equals 4 over y, and y does not equal 0, and a does not equal 0, what is y in terms of a? So first off, we're going to solve this for y to get y by itself, and we're not going to substitute numerals in for a. We're going to keep a in the answer. Looking at these parameters, it's important to understand why. So we cannot have y equal 0 because remember, if 0 is in the denominator, the universe blows up. And we can't have that, right? So we can't have y in the 0 in the denominator. So y cannot be 0. That answer is not valid if we get that. Also, a cannot equal 1 because notice on the left side of our equation in our denominator, if we substituted in 1 for a, we would have 1 minus 1 equals 0, which again, we cannot have. So once we get down to our solution, we need to make sure that y does not equal 0 and that a does not equal 1. Okay, so now we can begin. I'm going to rewrite what we have down here so we can work this out on the board together. So 2 over a minus 1 equals 4 over y. Again, just as a reminder, our goal is to get y by itself. A lot of times when we see fractions, we get a little freaked out. No reason to fear. Remember to change how the equation looks. All we have to do is rearrange it. We're not changing the value, we're changing on how it looks. So we have y in the denominator currently. To get y out of the denominator, the opposite of division, because fractions are just divisions, we're going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply this equation by y, which is what's in the denominator. And remember, y is the same as y over 1, right? What we do to one side of an equation, we must do to the other side to keep the value the same. We're just changing how it looks. So we're also going to take this left side and multiply by y over 1. A reminder, when multiplying fractions, you take numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and then you can also cross cancel if you have the opportunity. We do have the opportunity over here on the right side to cross cancel our y's, which is exactly why we did it, right? Okay, so let's simplify this out and see what we have. So now we have y times 2, which is 2y, over 1 times the quantity a minus 1, which just gives us a minus 1. And now we're left with just 4 on the right side. Looks a little less scarier. Awesome. Now we're going to repeat that same method, that same process on the left side to get rid of the denominator, so to speak. So again, because a fraction is division, I'm going to do the opposite of division, which is multiplication, and multiply both sides by our denominator, which for this time happens to be the quantity a minus 1. So I'll multiply both sides by a minus 1. Our a minus 1's cancel, which was our whole purpose for doing this. So on the left side, we now are left with 2y equals, now we have to use our distributive property. Remember to multiply both terms, not just the first term. You will get the wrong answer. So multiply all the terms by 4. 4 times a is 4a. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. We're in the home stretch. Again, remember our goal is to get y by itself. Y is currently being multiplied by 2. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. Again, just changing how our equation looks. Our 2's cancel because 2 over 2 is 1. We're left with y on the left side, which is what we need, right? And now this actually looks like this now. 4a over 2 minus 4 over 2. So I hope that recalls, brings some memories for you. Now we're just going to reduce, right? 4 over 2, 2 goes into 4 twice. So that gives us 2a and minus 4 over 2, which is 2. So now we have y equals 2a minus 2. If we did all our math right. Sometimes that doesn't happen. But let's check our answers. So, oh, there we go right there. We do have it. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Don't be afraid of rational expressions. You can totally do this.